Muchas gracias por todo, mi amigo, señor Edward Vargas. ¿Puede escúcheme?
Sí, sí, le escucho. Claro.
Excelente, excelente. Hola, hola, hola. Organo familia, mi nombre es Stephen Richardson. Ahora estoy en San Francisco, California. ¿Cómo están? ¿Listos? All right, so here's what I want you to know. My palms are sweating. The inside of my body is all the butterflies are flying. They're in formation now. But I just got completely out of my comfort zone and out of my mind to actually kick off a global call in Espanol. And yo no habla Espanol. Got to give you a quick glimpse behind the scenes. Yes, this is Stephen Richardson. I am back once again on Work From Home Wednesdays. And honesty, integrity, transparency, right? I had to forgive myself this morning as I was reflecting about certain things. And one thing I had to forgive myself was, even though I could have done something, even though I should have done something, even though I would have done something if I had just made a decision and put in the work, made the sacrifices, I had to forgive myself for not learning Spanish fluently. Are you kidding me? I've been part of Organo for the past 10 years. I live not only in North America, I live in California. We have a 40 million total population. I think about maybe 35, 40% of that is Latino or Spanish speaking. And I didn't have the sense to actually take the time to learn another language that I could have done. How much further along could I be if I had just taken the time and made the effort to learn more Spanish? Now, why didn't I? Well, it has to do with the stories that I was telling myself. This is a conversation I had with myself early this morning. The stories I was telling myself of, it's too late. It's too hard. I'm gonna look silly. All these ridiculous stories I was telling myself on why I couldn't, shouldn't, or hadn't done something that I knew in my heart of hearts I could have done. There are so many opportunities, and it may seem like I'm on a tangent, but I'm not. This is right on track. There are so many opportunities for me to introduce myself to somebody who speaks Spanish as their primary language, really catch them off guard and just give them my positivity, my love, ask a few simple questions. And even if I can't take it from there, I've made the effort. Why in the world do so many people know exactly what they need to do, but they don't do it? Welcome back to Work From Home Wednesdays, and I'm going to be all over the place, but I'm going to land this plane at the bottom of the hour to make sure that every single person who's hopped on this call gets absolutely everything that you wanted to get out of it and more. So why in the world would I put up a happy Father's Day greeting 3 days after Father's Day? Well, here's why. First of all, happy Father's Day to all of you fathers out there. Question for you. Listen closely. How many people did you proactively wish a happy Father's Day to this past weekend? And if you want to, you can put your comments in the bottom and be transparent and answer. But if not, tell yourself this answer. I'll ask it again. How many people over this past weekend did you proactively wish a happy Father's Day to? Maybe it's a lot. I don't know. And just for the record, if someone wished it to you first and you responded, doesn't count. If you just put a blast message out there, let's just say online, here's wishing all those hardworking, sacrificing, underappreciated fathers happy Father's Day, that doesn't count. You called somebody directly. You sent them a direct message. You sent them a text that was customized with their name and maybe said something. How many of you did that? And if you did that, to how many people? And even I, who I think might be up there on the list, did not do it as much as I would have, could have, and should have. For those of you who know me, you know that I'm the stay in contact guy. I'm the positivity guy. I'm the happy and grateful guy. It doesn't matter what day of the week, of the month, of the year it is. I'm going to take an opportunity to say hello. If it's Father's Day, here's what I do. I start out on Friday. All I'm going to do, I'm not going to tell you anything that you should or shouldn't do. That's up to you. That's up to you and your senior business partner, your plugged in upline, whatever you want to call it. You, by all means, get the tactical things from them. All I'm going to do is share with you a few things that have worked for me and I've seen have worked for others. And then you can do whatever you want to do. I will take an opportunity such as Father's Day, and I will reach out to and connect with as many people as I physically can. Now, this past weekend, I'm not going to give you any excuses. I only contacted about 60. Now, some of you might think, well, that's not very many. Most of you probably think 60? That might have taken some time. Yeah, it did. 60 messages with various photos depending on who I was sending it to. And guess what I said? Happy Father's Day. Hope that you and family are well. Send. I didn't say, hey, by the way, do you happen to keep your income options open? Hey, by the way, do you or anybody you know drink coffee tea at least occasionally? I didn't say, by the way, we should get together sometime. I want to talk about something very important. I didn't say any of those things because it was a sincere effort to simply reach out and reconnect with someone who I knew. And I sent it out, customized for every single person. It doesn't have to, and here's what I've done. I have thousands and thousands and thousands, literally thousands of names in my phone. Doesn't even count Facebook. I have met them. They've given me their number, their name and their number is in my phone, probably with some type of note. So I have all these people to talk to. So I can't contact everyone I want to contact, even if I have something going on. So nowadays, I don't even start on the day. I'll start on a Friday and I'll start sending something out to here's wishing you and your family a happy Father's Day weekend. I'll send it on Friday, I'll send it on Saturday, and then on Sunday, I'll send Happy Father's Day. For those of you who missed this, you have the opportunity always to save what you missed because we got a whole bunch of missed opportunities out there, don't we? You can send every single person who you would have, could have, should have sent a Father's Day message to. Guess what you can do? Well, one thing is you can do nothing. Second thing is you can say, well, I'll get them next year. Or number three is you can still send messages out to them and say, hey, I hope that you had a happy Father's Day. Send. Don't do anything else. This business is about passion. It's about belief. It's about caring. It's about connection. It doesn't have to be Father's Day. Guess what I do at the beginning of every month? Happy June. Yeah, I have a big ego. Yeah, I like how I look, but I believe that if somebody receives a message from me, especially if they really know who I am and what my intentions are, they will be happy. They will smile. Most importantly, they will be thinking about me so that maybe good things will happen. I send messages out and I send it with a picture. Yes, you can just send a text, but every single one of us has a photo studio in our pocket, in our hand. Why would you send just a text to somebody about anything when you could send your smiling face just to brighten their day and have them think about you? If it's June, I say happy June. If it's Monday, I say happy Monday. And I choose the pictures depending on the person. If it's Friday, guess what I say? Happy Friday. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter what country it is. It could be Cinco de Mayo. It could be St. Patrick's Day. It doesn't matter. All I know is I'm going to get more people thinking about Stephen V. Richardson that I can as possible. Now, what in the world does this have to do with Rapid Funnel? Everything, because as we know, how you do anything is how you do everything. If you're not willing, if you haven't been willing to simply take an opportunity to say hello, especially on an occasion, maybe a holiday, then you're not going to be willing to download an app, put your information in, set up the settings the way you want to, go through every single clip and video and all these things to see how you can use that. You're not going to do that if you can't even say hello and happy Father's Day. I haven't invested as much time as I have these last two calls to train on something as simple as rapid funnel as I've done in any training I've done in years. And I've done trainings that have lasted hours, sometimes for days. Why has it been such a challenge to figure out what to say and how to say it about something as simple, as obvious as rapid funnel? Because this is a people business. We know that we should do something. We know that we could do something, but some people don't do it. How you do anything is how you do everything. How are you doing rapid funnel? And then equate that to other things in your life that you should be doing. Whether you have articulated this way or not, every single person on this phone, whether or not you are actively working your organo business, whether you are actively even in the system or not yet, we are all looking for the same thing. One simple word: momentum. In the right direction, by the way, positive momentum toward our dreams and goals. And what's that going to come from? It's going to come from drawing a line in the sand and making a decision that it is my time, it is our time right now, and all the things in the past are in the past, and we're going to do what we know we must do to achieve the things we know we were put on this planet to achieve. I even told myself today, I've been ramping up for the last few days. I told myself, Stephen, this is the call where you're going to be calm. You're not going to yell and scare anybody. You're not going to talk so fast that people who even speak English as their primary language can't understand you. You're going to be calm. So why in the world can I not control myself? I can't control myself, first and foremost, because I know that I'm speaking to myself more than I'm speaking to anybody else out there. I know that I'm the one who uses these calls for my personal fuel, listening to them over and over and over and over and over again, because it's a challenge, or it has been in the past, for me to get in the right vibration to tell me the right things so I can help myself as much as I help other people. I just can't help myself. So a couple of calls ago, it wasn't on a live call. It was on the success call that I did, however many weeks or months ago. I laid out basically the 4 steps. I didn't tell you it was the 4 steps, but I walked you through getting on, having some product, writing your testimony, making a list of people, scheduling your events, making a commitment to plug in, all those things that we did in the beginning. And I'm going to show something real quick. I'm not going to go through these things, but I want you to know that the only thing standing between you and what you say you want to achieve, the people you say you want to help, is your simple ability and willingness to expose properly enough people, enough times, in a shorter period of time, to identify those few people who will allow us to help them. And hopefully you have zero emotional connection to what those people say or don't say, do or don't do. And it all begins with your list. How can I talk about rapid funnel if first I don't talk about your list? Because your list is what you fuel into rapid funnel. When was the last time you rebuilt your list? And if it's been more than, what day of the week? It's the 24th. If it's been more than 24 days, then another opportunity was missed, but it's not too late. It is time. It is time. That's the title of this call that I just decided. It's time. Make a list of everybody. Don't make any judgment, positive or negative. Just make a list of everybody and start out. My recommendation is by categories: family, friends, coworkers, fellow members of the organization, people you trust, people you respect. Just write it down, 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 down. And then you have something to put into rapid funnel. So how can we use rapid funnel to fuel our business, to create the momentum we all say that we need and want? Well, you just write it down and you start going. So why is this so important to do now? It's important to do now. Why did I start out by talking about just saying hello, just wishing somebody a happy Wednesday, or a happy Father's Day, or a happy whatever? It doesn't matter. All that matters is when they think about you, they have a positive feeling and they're thinking about you more. You know why it's important to have someone think about you? Because when someone is not thinking about you, you are closed for business. You don't exist. How much is going on in this world right now? With family, with finances, with work, with business, with the economy, with situation, with politics, all this stuff going on with cars passing me left and right, with people walking the dogs, all this stuff going on. And while we are consciously doing something, we are not thinking about anything else. So it is our responsibility to reach out proactively and say hello, get on people's radar. And guess what's going to happen? Mostly nothing. Guess why? Because they have stuff going on in their lives too. But before you start blasting people with rapid funnel, which you will never ever do again, the first thing that you must do is have a list. Then you put that list into rapid funnel. And then while you're doing all this stuff, gotta be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. My challenge for you is connect, 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 and reconnect with as many people as possible, and you will know when the right time is for the right person because you're engaged. But you have to make a human connection first. We've all experienced having somebody contact us out of the blue who we used to know back in the day. Maybe we had a great relationship with them, but we haven't heard from them. We haven't talked to them. We sure haven't thought about them for weeks or months or years or decades. And all of a sudden they want to say, hi, let's get together. What's the first thing that our spidey senses are telling us? This person is up to something. I wonder what they're trying to sell me. I wonder what thing they got into and they want to drag me into too. But when you do it properly, if you're on this call, if you're part of the Organo family, I know that you have a good heart. I know that you have dreams and desires that you want to help people. And in order to do that, you must connect with them first. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I told you this last time. If you came on this call to learn all the details about Rapid Funnel, you came to the wrong place other than this one page and me saying, go to support.rapidfunnel.com. They have YouTube pages. They have a Facebook page. They do webinars all the time. And guess what? When they're doing training, they're not talking about the details either. Because it doesn't matter if no one's going to use it to teach people how to use it if they're not willing to put the effort into it to learn how to use it in the first place. Does that make sense? So here's call to actions. Call to action is rebuild your list. Call to action is think about how many people you interact with proactively just to say hello. And when they say hello back, that's when you know you can engage in a conversation. If they don't think anything other than, man, I hope this person is doing okay. They're probably going through something not to respond to me, and keep moving. Rapid Funnel is one of the most powerful tools that we have been given after the company, Organo, did its due diligence and made its investment for us and laid it out there. And all we have to do is utilize it, leverage it. Now, I'm not going to walk you through all of these things. Another call to action. Every single person who has dreams and goals and wants to leverage Organo in order to do that, my recommendation is hop onto the Rapid Funnel bandwagon and see why it's so cool. See why people like Emerald consultant Gabrielle Prada has said that it has been a main factor in her growing her business. There are people on this phone, people who are in our organization who are using this tool to build their business. Guess why? It works. So the call to action is download it if you haven't downloaded it yet. Go into it and just hit every single button, every single tab, watch every single video, whether it's the opportunity, the beverages, the OGX, the BU, or the Travala. There are 4 separate sections in each one. And guess what? You have to be extremely familiar with the platform and what it has to offer in order to use it properly. Go figure. Even when I'm exposing someone from the very first time, I'm not necessarily going to send them peak. I'm not going to send an experienced, successful professional, whether he has experience in this industry or not. I'm not going to send him a 90-second business overview talking about, I got to start my little part-time thing. He doesn't want to do a part-time thing. Maybe I'm going to show him the big picture overview that talks about how many parts of different things that we have in our overall ecosystem of products and services, just to tee up a conversation. You can't send something to somebody unless you have gained their permission, and you should not send it to them unless they are prepared mentally to receive whatever information you're going to send to them. And you can't do that unless you know the platform. Just play around with it. There's some really cool things. There's a new automation about how the comp plan works, which is really cool. It walks people through step by step, whether they understand this industry or not, what our comp plan is all about. But you have to do this type of work first in order for you to be able to take advantage of it. And you should only do it if you want Organo to be part of the answer. I'm in San Francisco, California. We were one of the first, at least in North America, we were one of the first cities to completely shut down, and I guess we'll be one of the last to open back up. We're still easing our way back into the normal world, and we will appreciate how patient and how sacrificing we were in the long run, even though right now it's a challenge. The people who didn't have $1,000 in their bank account for an emergency before all this stuff happened, guess where they are now? The people who didn't know that they didn't have an answer for what was going to happen for themselves or family before all this started, look where they are now. Everyone is pretending. And it's our responsibility, since we know what a great opportunity this is, to properly connect with people so that we can share with them our opportunity, even if it's just to take advantage of our amazing products and services, but especially if it's regarding to help them achieve their dreams and goals with the opportunity. But we can't do that unless we do it properly. Are you open for business? Do you even exist? Mr. Caldwell and other successful professionals call it income producing activities. Are you doing something that is getting your product or service in front of somebody? Are you doing something so that you are sharing? Are you sampling? Are you selling? Are you inviting? Are you presenting? Or are you just getting ready to get ready? It's okay if all you want to do is be part of this very cool, positive family where you get fired up and you have people to talk to. You can even have people to work out with. If that's all you want, awesome. But if you want all, say all, if you want all that this opportunity has to give, it is our responsibility to do it properly. Simply open up. Ask yourself, out of the last 24 hours, how many of those hours was I really open for business? Oh my goodness, don't get started. What is the story you have been telling yourself regarding why you've been doing or not doing what you've been doing? If it has been serving you, if it has been empowering you, by all means, keep telling that story. But if it has not, if it's been a limiting story, if it's been a limiting belief, limiting word, a limiting thought, limiting emotion, limiting action, maybe, just maybe, now is the time to change. Because we have all the time in the world until we don't. What's the story that the people who are on the top 5 of the rapid funnel contest, and for the record, the contest continues until the end of this year. Yeah, we had a big spike in activity and in interest and in celebrating success, and we have a leaderboard. Guess who's on top of the leaderboard? Miss Gabriela Prado, such an amazing servant leader. And I use these pictures on purpose, without permission, by the way, but they're online, so I figured I'd grab them. because I know that the people who are actually doing this business, utilizing tools like Rapid Funnel, are doing it because we're doing it for somebody else, for their amazing children, for their amazing husband or spouse, for their amazing cause or purpose or vision. That's why they're doing it. This just shows, hey, I have my own little blue sheet, I guess. The top 5 on the Rapid Funnel contest list. When I decided about 4 or 5 weeks ago that I would, what inspired me? Guess what? Guess what emotion inspired Mr. Positivity, Mr. Stephen Richardson? Guess what emotion? Was it happiness? Was it gratitude? Was it positivity? No. The emotion that got me off of my butt was embarrassment. When I hopped to the contest page and I saw that I was like, I don't know, 150 points from my good friend and business partner in this product, are you kidding me? So I decided that I was no longer going to be embarrassed, even though no one was holding me accountable except for myself. And I got to work. I loaded the application. I put my information in. I started testing it out. I started having other business partners send me links and put me on the what do you call it, the campaign, so that I could experience what I was going to ask other people to experience. Whether it's my brother up here in Northern California, Mr. Jose Alfredo Palma Taqueras, man, this guy is rocking and rolling. I hear he's one of the Rapid Funnel superstars in the entire company. This guy is an absolute amazing person. He's always smiling. He's always serving. He is rocking and rolling. My sister is Karen Wheeler, surrounded by people who she loves, surrounded by people who I know are the purpose for her being in this business and for the purpose of going out there and getting beat up by the world and getting beat up by the no's and the rejections and all those things, because her family is worth it. My brother and sister Rhoda and Don Mullet out there, guess what they're doing? Utilizing Rapid Funnel, sampling, sharing, serving, edifying, smiling, happy and grateful all time. So there is still time. It is only June. 6 months left for everybody to step up, to show up, to suit up, and let's get this thing done. Here's the story I'm telling me. All those things you did in the past, Stephen, congratulations. You've done a few things. You've helped a few people. Great. All those things you woulda, coulda, shoulda done, I forgive you. I forgive you, and now it's time to get out there and share what I believe to be the blessing of Organo and our products and services. Ladies, can you feel the energy, the belief, the passion that I have for our amazing company? This is not for me to go out there and talk to somebody who doesn't know about Organo. This is us. This is me talking to me. And this is me talking to somebody who is already a member of the family to help you understand what you need to do for you to fire you up to go out there and then have a calm conversation. Be what they used to call, we still call it, quietly confident. That quiet confidence. Most of the things we teach you and share with you with regard to the information, and please, Mr. Shoemaker, correct me if I'm wrong on your next call, but all the details that we give you about the products and the services and the ecosystem and this passion, excitement, this is not for them. This is not for the people who we're meeting and talking to. This is for us, to get us fired up, to get our armor on, and so that nobody can shake your tree, so that nobody can tell you that this doesn't work, because this works. The industry works, the company works, our leadership works, the product works, the Ganoderma sure works. The only thing left missing is, are we going to put in the work? I believe that we are, because I know that you know it's time. I love you, I believe in you, and I'm so excited about what is getting ready to happen in every single one of our organizations. Let's get this thing done. Let's continue to have the spirit of loyalty, unity, edification, honesty, integrity, transparency, and let's go out there and change the world by properly exposing enough of the right people enough times in a shorter period of time to identify the few people who allow us to help them with zero emotional connection to what they do or don't do, say or don't say. I love you. I believe in you. That's it. Talk to you next time.